frickin' boom here.
Snap out. What a hot over.
3, 2, 1, and we are live. Welcome, folks, to the American Movie Podcast. This is your host, Matthew Benjamin. What's cracking? Yo. All right. Today we're going over The Greatest Showman. And The Greatest Showman is about P.T. Barnum. And P.T. Barnum is this... I really like this narrative just because it shows the rise of just his awesomeness. So it's starring Hugh Jackman. I had to get the video playing, so that's what I was kind of stalling for. But okay, so Hugh Jackman, Zac Efron are in here, and it's about P.T. Barnum. And P.T. Barnum, he grew up from nothing. He grew up from nothing. His dad was a tailor, and he's just trying to get by. He's trying to get by, and then all of a sudden he takes this initiative to start this museum. And it's this rise to him being one of the biggest and greatest showmen in the world ever. And this was a pleasantly surprising movie because I had no idea what to expect about this. And Hugh Jackman has had a stellar year. He had Logan. He's got this. This was an incredible movie. I highly, highly, highly recommend you go see this. There's a lot of musicals in here. There's a lot of musical numbers in here. But it's amazing. I'm a huge fan of musicals too. I like musical numbers. And this was by far the best movie that I was surprised for of 2017. I'll say that right now. It may be recency bias, but it's amazing. Okay, so he starts this museum and no one's coming. He's this curator of this wax museum, and he actually gets this idea of having all these unique characters and creates the first circus, or one of the first circuses. And he's got a bearded lady who sings amazing, and this very tall Irishman, the Irish Giant. Like, this was an incredible movie, and all of the musical numbers hit well. There was one where I was just kind of like, that's kind of okay, but there was some amazing spectacles inside of this. Like, some of the musical numbers in between Zac Efron and Hugh Jackman, that was one of my favorites, was that. So there's so much entertainment value inside of this movie just alone. And Hugh Jackman does an incredible job. He is amazing in this. I'll say it again. He's amazing in this. I'm so happy for him because he's had a great year with Logan, which is one of my favorite movies of this year. So I was pleasantly surprised at this just because I had no expectations. At the end of the year, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I didn't know anything about P.T. Barnum. I didn't look anything up. So I highly, highly, highly recommend this. So yeah, like, I was really surprised by his vocals. I mean, Les Mis, I knew that was a musical or musically based movie, but I didn't realize he has pipes. He's really, really good. This guy's super talented. So I'm done just waxing on about Hugh Jackman, but it was incredible. And Zac Efron did a good job too. You could tell that he had a music background as well because music, or was it High School Musical? So he reverted back to that, and somebody was talking to me, and he was in another movie that had that was a musical. I can't remember exactly what they were talking about, but he does have that musical background, and he shines in this too. He does well. He's a very charismatic character in here, and yes, just this it's the hero's journey where he goes and he tries to make something of himself, and he's trying to provide for his family. He's trying to be a good dude, and he goes all along the way, and he gets to the outside world of all the capitalism, marketing, all of the shine, all of this beautiful spectacle, and then he has to turn around and make the choice. Do I want to be in this hedonistic world, or do I want to tend to my family? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? And it's a really, really compelling and just story that you connect to, or I do at least. I like that. I like that rise where this guy has problems and he has to go through the path of figuring things out like that. So I can't recommend this movie enough. If you don't like singing and musical numbers, then you probably will not enjoy this movie. If you want him to whip out claws like Wolverine and have some action-packed slashing scenes, he's not going to have that. But if you want to watch something unique, and if you've never seen a musical before, I would recommend you see this one. This one's very, very good. Some of the musical numbers reminded me of country, like pop country music. Just the rhythmic tones into it, like it reminded me of some country music, even though it was talking about imagination, opening up the world, all of that stuff. But the underlying rhythm of it reminded me of pop country music. Let me know if you notice that at all, or if I'm just crazy and I'm just projecting something else. So let me know in the comment section below if you catch that, or if you watch it and you notice that as well. So thank you so much for watching. I can't recommend The Greatest Showman enough. If you like musicals, or if you've never seen a musical and kind of are interested in it, check this one out. This one's good. This one is very, very good. I was pleasantly surprised. So if you want to support the podcast, do not hesitate to review us on iTunes. It would help us immensely. And if you want to support the podcast in another manner, you can always share us on any social media. Talk about us on your own blog or podcast, and that would be greatly appreciated too. I'd love it forever. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you're going to see this movie in the comment section down below. So thank you so much for watching, folks. Until next time, bye 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 bye. Bye bye bye, ciao.
I've been frozen for 30 years, okay? Throw me a frickin' bone here.
Snap out. What, a hot old girl made you feel her pants?